Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to class 10, subject English, and today's topic is the temple and the body. It's a poem. So why do you think the poem is labeled as the temple and the body? Any guesses? Okay, so we learn today. And it's a poem composed by Basavanna. I hope you all would have heard Basavanna's name in Kannada's poems. Yes, he is well known for his vachanas. What are vachanas? Nothing but poem which gives morals. So here also, this is a poem written by Basavanna, and he's a person who is devoted to Lord Shiva. And during Basavanna's time, there was caste system going on. So in those days, people in Hindu culture, it is believed that only the Brahmins were allowed to enter the temple, whereas the Kshatriyas and the other people, they considered other people as lower caste people. They were not allowed to enter the temple, or neither were they allowed to go to the well and fill the water, fetch the water from the well. So Basavanna was a social reformer. He fought that there will be no caste system in India. So he worked a lot on this and started composing poems, so that he thought that this is the only way a message can be reached to people, that they will understand that there will be no more caste system and everybody is equal in the eyes of God. So here the heading only tells us the temple and the body, called as Vachana. The temple and the body. Here the poet is comparing the body and the temple. We know that people who have lots of money is considered to be rich because they have luxury in their life. Luxury and comfort is together. But whereas the people who do not have money, only they have the basic necessities such as food, water, clothes and shelter, are considered to be as poor. So here Basavanna is telling us that people who are rich build temples for God, and people who are poor, where do we go? They think that if we build temples, rich people consider that if we build temple to God, this is a very good form of worship. God will be really happy with us. But how about we poor people? Where do we go? We do not have so much money to build temples. So Basavanna tells that our body is only the temple to God, because he compares the pillars of temples with legs, the dome of the temple with the head, and the body to be as shrine. What do you understand with the word shrine? Shrine is the idol which is placed in the temple. So Basavanna is telling that a poor person considers his body to be as temple, and he considers that his worship, anybody who will worship, is the worship of a poor and a rich will be accepted. If you don't build a temple also, God will accept your worship with a very good intention. So look into the textbook, page number 99, poem 3, the temple and the body, Vachana. And students, this poem is for memorization. It's a very short poem. This composed by Sir Basavanna, and it's translated by A.K. Ramanujam. So before we start reading the poem, I hope you all know who is God. Yes? God is great and he has all the powers, isn't it? Yes. So, the rich will make temples for Shiva. What shall I, a poor man, do? My legs are pillars, the body the shrine, the head a cupola of gold. Listen, O Lord of meeting rivers, things standing shall fall, but the moving ever shall stay. So the first stanza tells us that the rich will make temples for Shiva. What shall I, a poor man, do? So Basavanna is telling that rich people worship Lord Shiva by building temples. But how do I, poor man, how do we poor people worship Lord Shiva? We do not have so much money to build temple for them. What do we do? So see what Basavanna tells in next stanza. My legs are pillars, the body the shrine, the head a cupola of gold. So Basavanna is telling that my legs are the pillars of a temple, the poor man's legs are the pillars of the temple, and the body is the shrine, the head a cupola of gold, since every temple has that dome, that round structure present in temple is called as cupola, and that cupola is compared with the head of a poor man. Listen, O Lord of the meeting rivers. O Lord of the meeting rivers is Lord Shiva. Things standing shall fall, but the moving ever shall stay. So Basavanna is telling that the rich people who have constructed temples for Lord Shiva will, he's not trying to degrade them that you build, this will somehow collapse. Basavanna is telling that if there are any calamities taking natural disasters, if we face with any natural disasters, everything that is artificial on this earth will be destroyed, but the natural shall stay. See, even if a human soul is taken by God, what happens? We will be buried underground. Will we find a body after years? No, that will get mixed with the mud, the soil, but the soul will be always alive. So Basavanna is telling that the moving ever shall stay means though we die, our soul will never die. Our soul will go back to our God only. But whatever artificial present on earth will surely fall down one day. Even if the rich build temples, even those will be collapsed if there is a natural disaster. So the only message we learn from this poem is you worship God in any form. If you worship God with a good intention, your worship will surely be accepted. Spending money and building temples will not gain anything. It's only showing that you have money. But you worship with a good intention, surely you'll get something in return. This is what every religion teaches us. Pure intentions are the root keys for gaining something good. Yes? I hope you've understood this lesson. So for your classwork part, you need to write down the meanings given on page 99, that's a glossary. And when you turn to page 100, you have comprehension questions, under which you have the subheading, answer briefly the following questions. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are in the form of choose the correct answer. So this will be written in your classwork only. I hope you've understood. I'm repeating it again. Your homework part is comprehension questions, under it question A, and under question A you still have 7 questions. From those 7 questions, you will just write down 5 questions in your classwork. I hope you've understood. Thank you.